Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Drama Light Prison Wife, legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Hoping, because you got to hold your breath for justice. To see justice before all face too bleak. It's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, guys, I'm coming through in the 8 o'clock hour of August the 24th, 2025. Um, I am so tired. I am extremely exhausted. I got some cold brew coffee that I made myself, and I'm gonna chug that down once I finish this video. This video will not be long because I am tired. I worked last night. Then I didn't. I just got back from. I had to go back up to work because I left my medicine bag, so I wasn't able to check my sugar today, nor was I able to take my blood pressure medicine. So, or my muscle relaxers, because I still got the issue with my arm. Um, don't know what happened to my arm. Just walking, holding my grandson, and hurting weeks later. This is like week number 3, right? Yeah, because it's almost Monday again. So 3 Mondays ago. Been in pain ever since. So the muscle relaxers, once them kick in, I'm really gonna be going to bed. So it's probably over for today. Even though all I did today was clean up around the house. I was doing the storage. I did get out of that storage, thank God. It was very difficult because I barely, that much, barely got out of that storage um, before time to get to work. So at the last minute, my storage was the new one, which is a downsize from the other one. It was packed full. I'm like, I can't pack anything else in here, but I have some more stuff that needs to go somewhere. So I ended up having to pack my car full. And if my dad was not home, I was literally finna leave my car there, take his car, pack his car full, and then just, leave it. But he was home, so I could not do that. So I took my car, packed it full, took a few things in the house, and then came back. And grace be to God, the rest of the stuff fit. Rushed home and was able to barely get a shower. My clothes, I didn't realize my uniform was not clean because I usually clean my uniform. Like tonight, I'm gonna do laundry, or usually it'll be Sunday or Monday night because work week's coming back. Like literally, you only get them 2 days to try to cram everything in life into it. So I usually have my uniform clean, but when I got home, I realized it was not clean. So I didn't even have time for the washer machine on the quick wash, which is like 15 minutes. I tried to wash it on my hand in the sink, and I tried to wring it out as best I could. As soon as I walked into work, it was someone saying, "Why you wet, girl? Why you wet all down your back?" And it hadn't. It was about to rain, but it hadn't rained yet, so I couldn't even say I got caught in the rain. But that's the life that I live. It's so many times I have went to work. On the usual, I'm going to work with a wet uniform because I don't have time to wash and dry it. All I have time usually is to throw it in the wash. And I actually could switch out my uniform to get a clean one at work. So turn in the dirty one, get a clean one. But I don't even be having extra time to run down there and get a uniform. So I don't know. I be chancing it. I am, and all of it's because I keep trying to. You know how I say you gotta squeeze your life into the margins between work, because we work to live and live to work. Hustle hard until it hurts. Work your fingers down to the bone, and once you pay your bills, got nothing to come home with. Well, I got $4 for this week, but I got about another 5 days that I got $4. I mean, one of them days I ain't even got $1. And I'm on a quarter tank of gas. My gas is always low. Uh, you know the song that I sing to myself a lot of times when I'm like, that it won't always be like this. He will perfect what's concerning me. And sooner or later, it'll turn in my face. I gotta keep reminding myself that it won't always be like this, but it kind of has always been like this. This has literally been my life. And I'm not young, so that's quite a bit of time to have been like this. But I still try to encourage myself that I won't always live this struggle life. But yeah, so barely got to work. I got that out the way. So now I just have to um, sort out the stuff I did have to bring home. I didn't want to bring nothing home because I don't know. I really want to get rid of the stuff, but you can't get rid of it like that. You have to go through the stuff. And you never have time to go through the stuff because you're trying to keep up with everything else. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. But trying to fit your life in between the margins of work, right? But instead of me just always like that would be go to work, come home, lay down. Well, eat dinner, lay down. Wake up early, head out to work. Well, get breakfast, head out to work, and get off work, go through traffic, come home, eat dinner, lay down. Like literally don't put too much inside your life because like taking the kids to the park or taking out time to park and do a video or taking out time to draw a picture or taking out time those things when you try to add those things to your life because work takes such a big chunk of your life, you're adding in more things to your life, which makes it harder to keep up with, that main thing, which is work. So if I were to just focus on freaking work, then I probably could manage better and have my uniform ready. Like I see some older people that used to do that. Like they literally would be to work 2 hours early, just sitting there in their uniforms. And I'm like, you have nothing else to do. They don't rush out the door. They just taking their time and I don't know. It just irritates me that work consumes so much of my life. And then it might would be okay if I had like let's say enough money to survive. It might be all right. Let's say if I had an extra amount to have lawyer money, it might be all right. Let's say if I had extra money to pay my medical bills, I might be fine with working my life away. Uh, but anyway, this is life. Well, this is my life. Maybe it's not yours, but it's my life. But so I got up this morning, not so early, and I usually beat myself up because I'm like, oh, Kitty, you only have 2 days off, and you let the day get away from you. Do you know how much stuff you have to accomplish before going back to work? Like literally, it never ends. So I gave myself grace. I didn't wake up to 10:30 something, and cleaned up the living room. I slow clean. I could barely move, just barely moving. And now when I reflect over my day, I'm like, your whole day gone and you barely did anything. It's like it's hard. I'm trying to learn how to. I guess okay, they call it hustle culture. So in the 20s, I got inducted into the hustle culture because I was trying to do everything. I told y'all a while back, like, my dad has been in my life my whole life, which is a very he's had a big impact on my life. I grew up with mother and father both. So he's not, you know, bad. My dad's a really good man. But he said something that kind of it hurt my feelings in the moment. But I realized when he said it, it really wasn't even coming from a "I'm trying to hurt your feelings" type of thing. But when he found out I was pregnant, he said, "You know your life is over. If you're pregnant," because that was the time where you had to wait on the results, like days to get the results back. He's like, "If you're pregnant, your life is over." And I fought against that. I was like, I don't receive that. Whatever. My life ain't over. I will overcome this. You're going to see. I'm going to work hard. I did work hard. Dang, I worked hard. I worked beyond. Is there a word worse than hard? Like more detrimental than hard? That's how I worked. And mind you, I've been disabled since I was 22. So I've always worked with disabilities. Uh, oh my God, I worked so hard. And I was like, no, that's not me. That's not going to be me. My life is not over. This is a hurdle. We're going to overcome this. I'm going to raise my daughter. My husband's coming home in a couple of years because I'm going to get this freaking wrongful conviction story overturned so that he can come back home and we're going to be right back together. We're going to have a family. We're going to have. And now look, all that hard work down the drain. It's nothing. My life, hate to say it, probably was over. It probably was. But I fought against it. I went down fighting. I went down fighting. I was going to prove to him. But all I proved to him that, what did I prove? I proved him right. Really, that's it. But anyway, live and learn. So I got up this morning, and what's so weird is that Marcello called. Now, you know how I've been living paycheck to no goddamn check. So I like to call it the lifestyles of the poor and wait, dang, I messed up. Oh yeah, lifestyles of the broken shameless. I'm gonna write something to that. The broken and shameless. But that had popped in my head earlier. The lifestyles of the broken shameless. Dun, 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 dun. So I need two more lines to go to that. I'll probably have that by next time we talk or whatever. But I've been living paycheck to no check, right? And but God has been getting me through. It's almost like manna. You know, manna was just enough to survive for that day. And it feels like that's when I have been like surviving off of manna just enough. And it comes unexpected, different ways. Like my dad gave me some extra money because I went and got my nephew food, which I didn't, and I had forgot to take the money out of the money that he gave me. And he was like, just keep the whole thing in the change because I had ended up swiping my debit card for it. And I had forgot that I even did that. So that came from nowhere. Um, I had a gift card from work that came from nowhere that provided food for me to eat yesterday and today. I just used the gift card today. So I've been living like off of a prayer, like off of manna, like just enough to get through that day. And I guess what I should be learning is to not worry so much about tomorrow because it's looking like I'm running out, like I'm to my end. But I don't know. These are just personal battles that I'm going through, and I'm just sharing with you guys. Maybe you got it all together, or maybe you don't. Maybe you, just like me, can't hardly keep it together. But either way, I'm being truthful and transparent. So making it paycheck to no check. When I got paid, I put money on the phone. I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago. But I only put like $10 because I don't really have a whole $20 to be putting on the phone. So if you ever heard of GTL, if you have GTL, my prison wives, though I don't think my prison wives are on this channel with me. I don't even know who's on this channel because I don't have a lot of. I know a couple of people that make themselves known. They leave comments, but I really don't know who watches me like that. So I don't know who the audience is, right? So if you're a prison wife, but I'm not quite sure if you are, or if you have a loved one in prison and are familiar with GTL, um, just like you know, remember Dave Chappelle when he said, "Women be shopping, women be shopping." Girl, GTL be glitching. GTL be glitching, like for real. Like it has its moment. Like number one, y'all already know when you're trying to answer the phone and you push zero and it won't register. It gives you that recording twice. The lady would give, and after she stops telling you to push zero that first time, it won't allow you to push zero again until she said it the second time. And then a lot of times you just push it in like zero and it will not answer. It'll click off. Or you'll answer and the person can hear you, but you can't hear them. Or and once they answer, that is time taken and they can't call right back because you technically answered. So I don't know. But it be glitching. But I've never had this happen to me. That's why I think it's somewhat the devil, like literally trying to come and take my last, like my last. So when I got paid, I had to pay back the cash advance. I have to, when you pay back a cash advance, you technically got to go get it back because you didn't have money like that to give away in the first place. So when I take cash advances, when I have to, I walk myself down. So say I took 350, I'll pay it back. The next time I'll take 300 and then I'll pay that back. The next time I'll take 250. I walk myself down until I'm free from the cash advance, right? So I have not yet taken the cash advance. So I had enough to pay back the cash advance. I put $10 on the phone so that he can call. And he didn't call yesterday. He called that day, I think, but I was ripping and running at the storage. He didn't call yesterday, but he knew I was at the storage, so I think he was trying to give me time to do what I need to do here on the outside or whatever. And though I would love to talk, really don't have the funds to talk or the time to talk like that. Um, really need to get back to emails, but I never was really good with emails. I would rather write him a letter, but they got rid of that, so we can't even do that, which was a free way to keep in communication. They have to have their hands in our pockets, so we have to pay for these emails. Pay per page. So I put the $10 on there, so I'm expecting. I'm really like he knows I'm off today, so I know he's gonna call today. So when he calls, it's a different voice when you don't have money on the phone versus when you have money on the phone. The recording sounds different. So that voice pops on and says, "These are your payment options." And I'm like, "Payment options for what?" I literally put $10 on the phone. So I'm like, okay, I'm ripping and running. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I went to go do it and didn't complete it and it just didn't go through. So I said, okay, let me put 10 more dollars. I'm thinking I have $40 for this week, right? Just got to get through the weekend. Next week, I'll just go take the cash advance, whatever. I put 10 more dollars on there. And I don't know why I didn't do it before. I guess because he just kept calling that I didn't even have time to really put it on there. So I was trying to rush and put the $10 on there. I checked my account and it shows that 2 days prior I put a deposit of $10 on my GTL account. And it says pending. Like, okay, so if I did actually complete the transaction, because the one from today says pending as well. So now I'm like, so I put an extra 10 freaking dollars on here, but it wasn't working. So I don't know what the heck they did with my money. What did they do with my $10? Like, are they just holding that? And then I put another 10, or is that gonna clear? And then if it does clear, I literally only have $4 in my account. So it's gonna overdraft my account. So it's just wow. I do not like living this way. Like, if I was gonna live without money, I would rather not be working so hard. You know what I mean? Like, if you work hard, you want something to show for your working hard. You're going to work every day. I'm going disabled. Maybe you are too. Do you have different disabilities that make it harder to work? I mean, it's so much harder. Work is already hard. It's already hard. It already, even if you don't have disabilities, it hurts and wears down your back. It does. Repetitive motions can give you carpal tunnel, like I do, like I have. Um, like I even heard truck drivers saying that they drove trucks for years and they backs all messed up and they don't really have anything to show for it as they get older. Like, but you want something. Like, I should at least be able to take care of myself if I work this hard. But it just ain't set up like that. They set up to, like, they literally should give us our work IDs when the baby's born. Like, for real. Just like they already predestined and want to send certain babies born now, they got prison beds waiting on them in the future, allegedly. They might as well have their work ID right there for them when they're born. Because literally, it seems like that's the only meaning in a person's life. That's all that a person means to this system. You're another. Oh, have y'all seen that movie, Sorry to Bother You? That movie. And it got my guy in it, Lakeith. I don't remember his other part of his name, but Lakeith, boy. And they were turning people into workhorses. This is exactly like he did it. You know, it was a funny movie, but literally that's what they're doing, turning us into work horses. Allegedly, we're just assets. That's it. But to us, we're living, breathing human beings. I'm a mother. Like, literally, mothers are being, I was taken away from my child, not able to raise my child properly. Now, I did because I just sacrificed my sleep. I sacrificed myself. I had to go above and beyond. I worked overnight and stayed up most of the day with our daughter, so I just never slept. But that burden is put on you because of the demand that is put on us by this society to work, to work, to work, to work. And now people have 3 jobs and still barely making it. So I am blessed that I only have the one job and don't have really money from that. But there are people that have to do 3 jobs and still don't have money. So, but yeah, whatever. I don't even think this video had any type of meaning to it, but it was just GTL took my last dollar, last couple dollars already in the hole. But it won't always be like this. I pray it won't be. All right, guys, it's your girl Cadillac.